Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about Premium Schwarz Lycoris Recoil, which has come out on June 27, 2025. Now, there was another set to come out that was Hatsune Miku Colorful Stage. I'm going to address that on a future video. I also want to say I'm still sick, so I'm going to try my best not to cough in your ear. Now, if you know anything about my videos, I've talked about Premium Schwarz Lycoris Recoil. You know I did not like it. I love Lycoris Recoil as an IP. I love the anime. It's just so much fun. But when it comes to premium booster boxes, I hate these things. And with this release, I hate it for another special reason. That's because inside of this one, you have 6 serial rares, 10 special rares, none of which have signatures on them. 50 Lycoris Recoil parallels and 50 normal. So there you go. What's more, each pack also has a chance of containing a serial numbered card. Nice. And then you also have exclusive newly drawn illustrations from a grand total of 40 artists. And I will tell you, those look fantastic. That's why I'm a little conflicted on this. I love the IP. The art looks really great, but no signatures. Feels like no effort whatsoever into this outside of what the 40 artists actually have done. And if you take a look at the webpage itself, it also feels like there wasn't a whole lot of effort. Here, this is the English side. That's it. Bang. Look at that. On the Japanese side, let me just show you this. Oh, look at all these beautiful, wonderful, awesome looking cards that make you go, hey, I should probably buy this product. But you have none of that whatsoever on the English side. And then they list the actual artists that they were talking about before. See, there you go. Wow, that's nice. Just I don't know. This information's already on the Japanese side. I don't know how hard it was to port it over onto the English website, but that's just me thinking out loud. Now, here you go. Here's the serial number. This is from Strictly Broken. Congratulations on your pickup. They still have it on their website for sale, along with all these other wonderful cards. And if you take a look at this on the screen, what you're seeing surrounded by this serial number card are SPs. Like you'll look at them, and these things look like what I would expect in an SP to look like, minus no signature. So then I would think these are like SRs. And that's the sad part about this set. You think about what's actually happening. This is a collector, this is a premium booster box, which I know they always say they target towards collectors. And you just think about this, and it's like, dude, where are the signatures? And I will say this happened on the Japanese side, so it's not like we're being slighted in any way, or just the problem with the set. And that's why I never liked this set, the contents of it, like the actual what's included in the box, because of what they remove from the box. The art is amazing. It's cool. They pulled 40 artists for this, but yeah, no. Common Ground Collectibles. Yes, they were able to get a signature, and I wanted to show this one off just because if you take a look right here, one of the biggest problems I've had with the Japanese release is the actual font that they use on the serial number. You take a look on the English version, it is different. So you can see number 01. There you go. And then take a look at this one. This is a Japanese version. It's NO.11, same actual look. It just looks a lot prettier on the English version, I think, than the Japanese version. The main problem with both of them is the fact that they do not show how many are even in production. Like we don't know how many exist. That's the big thing. Like back in the day, with Sword Art Online or any of the previous ones, we've had a thing that said 1 out of 10, number 5 out of 10. This thing, no, nothing like that. They don't say it on the website either. They don't go, oh, there's 30 of these, there's 10 of these, there's 5, 100, 1,000, nothing like that. I will say, I told my Discord, I'm like, I swear that there was 30 in existence on the JP side, and I found it. That's because I did a video. So if you take a look right here, what can go wrong with no signature cards? Weiss Schwarz Lycoris Recoil release day prices. This is the JP release. You see this right here? This Takina has a number 30 on there. Yeah, so back then on the Japanese side, they at least had 30 of these, and that's what I thought in my mind. I'm like, oh yeah, 30 exists. So we shall see what happens on the English side, what actually pops up, but I do not believe there is 10 in existence for each one of these. I think there is just more. The problem is there's not a lot of people opening this set. So if you just take a look at TCG Player, nothing is showing up under the SIRs for the moment. We will see when people start opening more of this. But the problem really here is, are people going to open this? Now I just scroll down here and just take a look at the list, the sales. Just look at the sales. This is literally it already released. And this is how much people are buying of it. Like the highest this thing got was 4 items sold. Yeah, just look at that. That's a freaking sad bar chart if I had to say so myself. Current price 4609, totally overpriced. Ridiculously overpriced. And I think people need to really consider their prices before putting them up or opening this product or buying this product, whatever you want to think. Because you take a look over here. This product came out, right? Just literally think about it. This product came out, and this is the SPs. If I just scroll down here, out of stock, out of stock, out of stock, 200, out of stock, out of stock, 150, out of stock, 500. I will tell you, these cards grossly overpriced. I mean, there's only one listing. You price it whatever you want, but this is insanely priced. Okay, let me just flash over here to Yuyute, the Japanese side. I'm just gonna say this is one of those moments where people go, "Man, I should probably get JP cards because they're cheaper." Yeah, maybe you should do that. So just keep this in mind. You see this Chisato over here? Yeah, this one that was $200 right there. Bang, 200. Take a look at the JP side. 5980 yen. I'm gonna open that just so you could see a better picture of this one. I like this one a lot. Probably my favorite one out of the whole set when it comes to the SPs. All right, yeah, look at her. Oh yeah, 5980. And look, they have 5 available. So there is no short supply whatsoever of this. Now I will tell you, if you take a look at Strictly Broken or Common Ground Collectibles, they do have the SPs up. And they are way cheaper than what you have on TCG Player. I think, of course, that over time, these things are definitely going to drop. So this set might be one of those ones, unless it's a highly popular card, that time is on your side. Okay, just believe that time is on your side. Serial numbers, I didn't expand more upon that, but I will say this. There are people selling it for thousands of dollars. Do I think it's worth thousands of dollars? No, especially depending on how many actually exist. If 30 of these actually exist, do I think some of these should be $2,000, $3,000? Heck no, right? Like one of the big things about Licorice Recoil is a lot of people had a love for this IP, but is it as big as Spy Family, Chainsaw Man, anything like that? No, not at all. You can look it up on my anime list. I've talked about it a few times. Licorice Recoil is not as popular. Get that through your head because it will save you a lot of pain for the future, okay? Now, if you take a look at the premium booster box cases, 1149.87 current price, no sales. So you imagine this thing will be coming down, and you'd be like, wait, there's other reasons why that this thing could actually sell. What are those other reasons, Big B? Well, meta usage, of course. So you have 8 door, you also have 8 pants, and you just take a look through this. And I'm like, wow, there's not that many cards. Not many cards. This is the JP side. Of course, you can make a deck with any cards that you want. Feel free to do so. But then you take a look at the LRPs. Right here, there's a 15, there's a 14, but then it just drops off after that. Then you take a look at the normal cards, 10, 5, 5, then drops down after that. And you think about it again, this is the opening when it's probably going to be the highest at this point, unless someone just does a massive buyout and runs up a bunch of the cards. Again, if I just take a look at what's being played currently on the Japanese side, and I know meta is different, I know you have different ban lists, I know you have different sets that are released on English and Japanese side, and then you can also have where someone figures out a new deck, okay? You have all of that going for you. But at the same time, if you had to put your money down on it, with Licorice Recoil, because of everything that you see here, is this set going to be one of those ones that is just going to shoot off into the moon? I don't think so. I don't think so. I love this IP so much. I did an AMV. First AMV I ever did. You can find it on this channel. I did. I put my heart and my soul into that thing. But no matter what, I come back to this. I have no signatures. I have what feels like a whole lot of low effort outside of the 40 artists. I think they did a wonderful job. The art looks freaking amazing. But when it comes to the Weiss Schwarz side, I think they definitely let people down. Just like Hatsune Miku, right? Like the comparison between Hatsune Miku Weiss Schwarz and Magic the Gathering, totally different feelings. Just totally. And that's where I'm feeling like let down by Weiss Schwarz. You guys are letting all of us down. You could be doing a better job, but for whatever reason, you are not giving it your 100%. And I don't know the reasons why. I would love to help you. Yeah, I always said it. My door is always open. You can find my email. But on this release right here, Lycoris Recoil, you're not winning on this one. You aren't unless you pull a Sir, right? A serial numbered card. And even then, I think it's going to be a tough sell if you're looking for like the very top end. Unless you pull like a certain number that somebody really wants, you're going to have a hard time actually moving it for a premium price. You will still get thousands, right? Like, oh, cool, you'll get 1,000. I think that's in the realm of possibility until people figure out how many are in existence, which I still think is the scummiest thing for Weiss Schwarz to do, to not tell people how many of these exist. And I keep going back in my mind, like, why would they not tell people how many of these things exist? Maybe because if I just go back here, and this is just me guessing, okay? I have no clue. They don't talk to me. No idea whatsoever. If I had to go back here and think about this, why would they tell people or not tell people how many exist? Oh, maybe because I can reprint stuff and include an AGR or a SIR. Yes? Oh, you mean like this, like Sneaker Bunko? Volume number 2. This product will be reshipped with the first edition spec. AGR card is recorded in extremely rare. So they're doing a rerun, reprint, whatever the heck you people want to call it at this point, and they're shoving an AGR in there, which again, if you think about it, leads to the question, did you hold some AGRs from being in the first run so that you could do a reprint and put those in there to keep people buying the product? Which means instead of having like all 100% of the AGRs in the first run, they only gave you 50, which made your life a lot harder to get. And by not telling people how many were in existence, they could have doubled it. So if they put all 100, if they had like 50 of them in there, what's to stop them from printing another 50? And now there's 100. You get it? This gives them so much leeway to do whatever they want by not telling you how many exist. So that is some messed up stuff, and I don't know who else is saying it. Maybe I'm like the only dude in the world in Weiss Schwarz that says it. Probably. I mean, there's not many of us YouTubers around anymore. But hey, you know what? I'm gonna keep saying it, and I still think at the end of the day, no matter what, I still love Weiss Schwarz. I still love Sneaker Bunko, but the things that you do with your product makes me very sad. And we'll see what happens with Hatsune Miku, because I know what happened on the MTG side. Think to yourself, why would the Weiss Schwarz fail when MTG actually succeeded? And with that, as always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside your budget. Have a good one.